folks, this is Dave. I'm doing a video for Drew over at Clean Cheap Shots. Wants to know our Mount Rushmore of players born in our home state. I'm a born and raised guy from the state of Washington, and here are my players. First of all, some honorable mentions. Earl Torgerson from Snohomish, Washington. It's about 10 miles from where I live, and I'm in Snohomish right now, Lord's Hill Park, just outside of Snohomish. Earl Torgerson. Next player I have is Michael Brantley, a very good player with the Astros. He was born in Seattle when his father played with the Mariners. Honorable mention. Two other honorable mentions I don't have cards for right now. Ron Say, a perennial all-star with the Dodgers, and John Lester played with the Red Sox and several others. My Hall of Fame, or that is my Mount Rushmore, John Olerud's my first player on the mountain. He played for the Blue Jays, the Mets, the Mariners, Yankees, and Red Sox. John was born in Seattle, went to WSU, Washington State University, was a great college player there. In fact, in 1988, he had this kind of season as a two-way player. He was 15-0 with a 2.64, 2.49 ERA, hit .464 with 23 home runs and 81 RBIs. First player ever to have 15 wins and 20 plus home runs in a season in the college level. He was later elected to the College Baseball Hall of Fame, and thereafter they created a John Olerud Award for those college players who are two-way players. After that season, he had some brain issues that required a 6-hour high-risk brain surgery that he later recovered from, but that's why he wore the batting helmet in the field. John was a two-time All-Star, three-time Gold Glove winner, two-time World Series champ, and won a batting title. My next player is Ryan Sandberg. Broke in with the Phillies for a cup of coffee, and then played with the Cubs for 14 seasons. No, I think that's, hang on. He played for the Cubs for 15 years. He was voted to the Cubs All-Century team. He was a Hall of Famer, 9-time Gold Glove winner, 7-time Silver Slugger, and MVP, 10-time All-Star, and a Home Run Derby champ. I don't remember that. After he was elected to the Hall of Fame, he managed in the minors and then went on and managed the Phillies for 3 seasons. In 2004, he was diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer. Folks, get your PSA tests. I encourage that. In July of 2025, he passed away of prostate cancer. My next player on my Mount Rushmore is Ron Santo. Ron Santo was born in Seattle in 1940, was raised there. 9-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove winner, Hall of Famer. First year was with the Cubs in 1960. At age 20, played 14 seasons with the Cubs, and his last year was with the White Sox. He was also on the Cubs All-Century team, and after that he went on to broadcast for 20 years for WGN Radio. He had several health issues after retirement, suffered diabetes that ultimately took 2 of his legs that were amputated, and in 2010 he died of bladder cancer. And my 4th player for the Mount Rushmore is Earl Averill. Now, I don't know how many of you know of Earl Averill, but he was born in Snohomish. Again, that's where I am now. And born 1902. His father died 2 years later. He went on to be schooled in Snohomish and dropped out of high school in his freshman year. He went to work in the lumber mills and on road crews, and in that process he became jacked, a very strong man. And even though he was only 5'9" and a half, 160, 170 pounds, he packed a wallop. He played town ball locally here, and that was an unpaid thing he did just after working in a sawmill all day long. And they would pass a collection hat around and then give some money to distinguished players of the game. One game he actually got $80, and in today's dollars that would be about $1,500, so that was quite good for him. He went on to play with Cleveland Indians. His first season was at age 27. His first All-Star year was 1930, or at age 31. He was an All-Star every year through his age 36 season. He's a Hall of Famer, and played 11 seasons with the Indians, and went on to play with Detroit, and I believe it was the Boston club in the National League. He was strong, swung a heavy bat, 36-inch, 42-ounce bat. Every now and then it is said he would swing a 44-ounce bat. So, and finally, just for interest, Earl Averill's son played in the majors as well, not nearly the player his father was. This Earl was born in Cleveland when his father played there, and then was raised and schooled in Snohomish. So that's it, Drew. I have one more thing to do in accordance with the checklist, is to shout out a channel with a great intro. And I'm shouting out Dog Ate My Card Collector, Andy over there. He's got an intro where his dog barks and is chewing on his 1952 Mickey Mantle card. Very humorous. He's got a huge collection. Diversity of cards is what I would call it. Mostly pre-war is what I've seen. He supports the community. He does VRs, including one that's answering this VR request, Drew. He has a great presentation style, very easy to listen to. He has 245 subs, so let's give Andy some more subs. Dog Ate My Card Collector, and let's get him up there. That's it. I appreciate you watching. You all come back now. Here.